0. Okay. This is my first attempt at a goddess dress ending run, and foolishly I haven't actually played through the ending in I was going to say a couple of days, but it's probably been longer than that. Because I think, yeah, I took like a small break from Save the Homeland, just because I was playing it quite a bit and I just was a bit burnt out on it. So I started playing Back to Nature for a little bit. And I streamed a bit of StH as well. So then the first time I played Save the Homeland, since I took that short, like, week-long break from it or something, I did the Azure Swallowtail ending, and I streamed that day. And since then, the only other actually thing I've touched was the Fishy Story ending, which I haven't streamed yet, and I don't even know if I will stream, because I haven't been able to complete the ending. So I have a feeling this could go horribly, but I don't know. I think there's like a slightly decent chance that it won't. Yeah, not the quickest intro. I was really kind of feeling that lag. I think that might be fine. I don't know. I can't fully remember how many seeds I'll be buying. I think at the beginning I have enough for 3 corn seeds, and I have 2 potato seeds, but I think it's probably best if I just sell like a couple extra, if I sell like 2 moondrop flowers, and then be able to buy like an extra bag of seeds. That should give me enough. And of course there's only 1 moondrop flower here. Nice. I think the lag is going to be really bad during the stream, I don't know why. I think it's just been quite bad lately, but I'm noticing it already. Of course I can't sell very berries here. Okay. I'll just have to lose time. I can't be bothered. So I just have to do 3 corn seeds instead of 4. Actually, the reason why I'm growing crops is because later because this is the goddess dress ending, and to make the goddess dress you need the goddess silk. I think it's called the rainbow silk, I can't remember. You need a special silk. And basically that costs 3000 G. This ending mainly involves Gina, so I've got to befriend her for this. Although it also involves a little bit of Katie. I think I only gotta give Katie like a few items, like 3 or something. Hey Soggy Jukebot. Yeah, this is PS2, although this is emulated, if it's not obvious. I don't actually remember what Katie thinks of blueberries. I assume she likes them. Wow, this really wasn't a good place to talk to her because this is awfully laggy. Holy shit, this is awful. I mean, this one is going to be bad anyway, just because I only have a slight idea of what I'm doing for this ending, but it's going to be even worse with all this lag going on. Okay, no more very berries have grown, which isn't good. I'm just gonna give Gina herbs, because I know she likes herbs as well. I think Katie's fine with herbs as well, but I don't have to give Katie that many items, so I think those 2 blueberries I picked up should probably be enough. It's luckily because today's a Thursday. Well, I thought this area was going to be relatively lag-free because Joe and Kurt won't be here, but even then this area's going to lag, and I know Maple Lake's going to lag because it always does, and there are more people, so... Like, I shouldn't have to do that on Thursdays, this is really bad. It's fine, it's lagging there because I'm opening things up. Whoops. Okay, I'll try and do then what I did a while ago. It was on like the first time I streamed from my laptop, which was I tried to change the priority of PCSX2. I think that might improve the lag a bit, but I don't think. Well, I couldn't find where to do it in Task Manager, so. So if it does anything, I can't figure it out for now. Yeah, I really don't like how this run is shaping up because my movement's just generally poor and the lag is like possibly the worst it's been. Like, I genuinely think the lag was probably better on my first Bluebird run when like it had none of the settings changed and everything was terrible. Ah, cool. Yeah, okay. So what happened there was I missed Katie, so she goes into the cafe, and the cafe doesn't open until 12, so I may as well just come back tomorrow. Yeah, so I can still befriend Gina on rainy days. It's because it's a Saturday, it's cost a little bit of time. Because usually on Saturdays she'd already be outside in the town, like outside the supermarket. But not a huge problem because this is roughly where she'd be every other day. Okay, I can sell corn here. I didn't even know if I could sell potatoes here, so that's quite nice. When did I forget to water that one? Okay. Also, what day is it today? Sunday. I should have definitely got the first cutscene by now. That's weird. I've got it in the past where you've only had to talk to Gina 5 times to get the first cutscene, so I should have gone through. I feel like I should have gotten it earlier because I've been giving her items. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. I don't know if having my laptop's webcam is genuinely using up that much more power. Power's the right word, but if it means like less priority can be put on the emulator, then I might take it off in a bit. Hey, in fame. I'm not sure what you mean by the 5 years ending. I'm gonna say no, because none of these endings go past a year. Okay, if I don't get the cutscene tomorrow, I'm gonna be a little bit confused. Okay. Thank goodness, I didn't want to be confused. I'm still a little bit confused because I should have got it. I should have got it a couple days ago. Oh, I think what you're thinking of is last time I was streaming when me and I think it was Ali Ross were talking about in Friends of Mineral Town, the main category is marriage, and so there's a subcategory for each bachelorette, and one of them is the harvest goddess. And in order to marry the harvest goddess, you need to have played the game for 5 in-game years. So I think that's what you're thinking of. I don't like the fact that my farm is laggy. Right, well, I should get the second cutscene, Katie, here. Good. I'm trying to think what the next... I think the next cutscene is just at the villa. Let me check my notes. Yeah, outside villa. And then at the goddess pond. Come on, camera. I need you to not get stuck on walls so I can move you out of the way of lag. I see, I was gonna... Right, I don't know how many items I'm supposed to give to Gina over this ending, because I've got... because my notes are a bit... I'm just gonna say shit at the moment for this one. They're very early stages, which is why I should have gone through this earlier, but you know, because for the first cutscene I have talked to Gina 5 days, but it's like, that's probably not the best solution. Actually, I just thought, I would have got the cutscene on the Saturday. You know what? I was gonna say I would have got the cutscene on the Saturday, but it rained. But then that doesn't explain why I didn't then get it on the Sunday. Right, for the next cutscene that's determined by giving someone items, I've got in my notes 5 question mark. Well, that's not what I've got, but I've got give Gina. I've got 5 question mark items to Gina, and then for the next one that is determined by giving someone items, I've just got befriend Gina. Okay. Whoops. I was not on my notes. I was not on my splits, rather. Right, so now the big part of it is waiting to have enough money. So I'm kind of just going to ignore Gina for a while, because I guess I can. I don't know, I think I might visit her on like Wednesdays and Saturdays when she's just outside the supermarket. But yeah, the big focus now is on growing these crops so I can buy the goddess silk. Oh no, it's the goddess thread. So I don't know exactly how much corn I need to sell. I know I need to stop missing the crop. That's what I need to do. I need to actually water it first time. But no, I know I need 3000 G for the thread. How much that actually is in corn? Corn is 120 G. Oh shit, these ones are ready to harvest. I kind of forgot that the back one is like a day behind for whatever reason. Oh, so it can take more than 10, because 10 pieces of corn will be 1,200. Is it Saturday or Sunday today? Saturday. I think 20 should definitely be enough. I can't really be bothered to do the maths at the moment. Actually, it's just double what 10 will be, so it's 2,400, so... No, I might have to go a little bit over 20. But if I'm doing it in threes, then it will be 21 won't be enough, I don't think. I don't know whether 24 will be enough. No, 24. I think 24 might be enough. Because 20 would be 2,400. 4 would be 480. I have a little bit of money anyway, so yeah, that should be enough. And 24, that's 8 harvests. 8? Yeah, that's 8 harvests. Okay, so now it's going to be 2 days behind. I also keep forgetting to visit her on Wednesdays, so I don't know why I'm going out. That was a bad idea, because it definitely wasn't. I'll just come back tomorrow to see if it's a harvest. Okay. The other one's definitely not harvestable yet. But I think that one's only 1 behind now. I guess I'll find out. Yeah. Really? How did that not count? Air harvests do 2,880. Yeah, that's fine. But I've got a bit more. Oh, that definitely should have worked. Gee, I wonder how much time I'm going to lose just like purely from just missing crops. Jesus Christ, I'm so bad at this. Wednesday, okay. I should use this as an excuse to visit her. Now I've remembered to check. She almost dodged me then. Yeah, that was my 4th harvest, I want to say. Yeah. So I'm halfway done with corn. If anything, I'm probably a little bit more than halfway done because that was way off. Because it regrows every 4 days, but the first harvest is like 11, I think. Oof. I genuinely thought I was going to miss that one then. Come on, game. I believe in you. don't get why it's lagging though this bad. Like, I can kind of understand where it's like in an area that has loads of people, loads of different objects, but when it's like 3 crops, it's literally just lagging because, oh, the field is big, even though the field's not in the screen. It's dumb. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I wonder how many very berries I have left. I don't think I have that many left. I have 4. That's a pretty decent amount. Like, I think I've definitely gone over the amount for the next cutscene. It's okay. I missed, but I'm completely out of water as well, so it doesn't matter. Okay, I've only got 2 more harvests left. Okay, for a second I wasn't sure whether it was a Wednesday or a Saturday, although I don't think it makes a difference at this point. The only real difference I can think of that it makes is that flipping the camera on Saturdays possibly doesn't decrease lag that much because of Lewis next to the supermarket. I think that's like the only difference at this point. Because luckily this ending doesn't have any ones where any like cutscenes where it's like specific to a day. Actually no, I think it has like maybe one. No, there's one where it's specific to 12 o'clock, where you have to wait until 12 for it to happen. I can't remember when it is. It's now going to be behind by 2 again. I think it's the one where you give Gina the thread. You give her the silk. So, because you have to wait for her to be inside the villa, because that's where the cutscene takes place. I think they may have caught up. Yeah, they've fully caught up now, so I think this should definitely be my last harvest. Yeah, that should definitely be enough. I'm gonna check on my notes what's happening. Oh yeah, there's one where it's gotta be on I may as well go to the villa, give Gina an item, and then sell the crops there. What day is it actually? Tuesday, okay. The silkside is, or not silkside, the tool shop is open today. It's locked. It's probably not quote unquote open yet. Okay. There you go. Just enough. Hey Paulie No Hands, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. It's kind of difficult to say because obviously yes, it's the lag like causes me to lose a lot of time, but because basically all runs I've done for this game except the Endangered Weasel ending have been done on my laptop. All times I'm comparing to will probably have an equal amount of lag. So if someone to like run this on console or something, then they'd probably save a bunch of time over me just because of how much lag I have on emulator, or at least on my laptop. But right, so now that I've bought the silk thread, I can go give that to the Harvest Goddess so she can go, I want to say weave, it's not weaving, sew, stitch. So you can go make me the, I don't know what it becomes, I think it becomes like the rainbow cloth or something like that. I don't know, because in my split it says silk, but I guess that's more the material than the actual item. Okay. So in the next few days, the Harvest Goddess should wake me up with the Harvest Sprite saying that they've finished, because for whatever reason, this is based on how many items. It's based on giving items and your friendliness with Gina. So, even though guides will tell you, oh yeah, just wait some time, wait a period of time, it's not that. It's, you have to give Gina items, you have to continue befriending her for you to get this next cutscene. It's really dumb, because there's no reason for you to think that at all. But I tested it, so I know. Although I think it might be a mix, possibly. I don't know. I think it might be a mix if you have to wait a certain period of time anyway. Because I've definitely given Gina enough items. Oh well, I don't know, because in my notes it says 5 question mark items, so it could be more. Okay, thanks game, just don't acknowledge the fact that I pushed down, or right rather. If I pushed down then it would have been just as bad. Now it's in the rainy season. Hey Ellie Ross. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the goddess to get back to me with the I still don't know what it is, the cloth I'm going to refer to it as. I'm not even going to find out what it is, 'cause I'm going to skip the cutscene that tells me. But as soon as the Harvest Goddess gives me back the rainbow cloth, I can give it to Gina and she can turn it into a dress. Okay, so it's fall now. I don't particularly like the fact that I've gone into fall, but I've been giving her items only every Wednesday and Saturday, so I guess I'm not too surprised either. I just find it funny that Wednesday and Saturdays are usually like the laggiest days in the town, yet they're for this specific category, it's the fastest one to give Gina items. It's mildly irritating, but mildly amusing as well, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to go out today just because I need a few more items. A few more very berries. Oh shit, very berries aren't growing anymore. It's fall. Whoops. Gina likes herbs, so I'll just have to give her some of that then. She may also like walnuts, possibly. That's not helpful. Fall's definitely not the worst month to kind of like get to. It's basically if you get to winter in Save the Homeland, and if you're trying to do it run at least, and you get to winter, then it's either one of the really bizarre category, or not bizarre, but like it's something like Bluebird where it's like, oh, you can only get the majority of the cutscenes on Saturdays because it's obnoxious as fuck, or yeah, you're just playing really badly or doing stupid shit like I am, where I'm like, no, it's fine, I'll save loads of time by going only on like 2 days a week, and it's like, yeah, the game doesn't think you should be getting the cutscenes though, so I'm not worried about fall. It's winter that I worry when I get to, because things still grow in fall, you know. It's just, you know, people don't like them as much. Like, you can't guarantee whether or not people will like the walnuts or whether they'll like the mushrooms, but herbs still grow and pretty much everybody likes herbs. But winter, I'm pretty sure it's only herbs grow in winter. So winter's pretty awful. Let me check make sure I'm not missing out. Okay, yeah, next cutscene is as I wake up. I'm definitely giving them more than 5 items, so I don't know. Maybe it's like a certain number in a row, which would be really dumb, and I don't think that's like the case for any other part of the game. But I don't know, this game likes to surprise me every now and then. It's never fun surprises, it's never nice surprises, it's always like, oh, surprise in a bad way. So it's surprising me with some dumb shit. But it doesn't actually tell me the surprise either. It just kind of waits for me to give up. But the fact about it now, I've definitely gone way over the 5 items, the 5 question mark items that I should have given, that I've given, is a little bit worrying. It's making me think that it genuinely is like in a row or something, or whether or not there's something I've missed. I don't think there is. It's going to cost me a little bit of time if it turns out to be completely useless, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for 8 o'clock and then I'm going to meet Daya, because I'm sure there are some cutscenes and some endings which, while you don't need to have befriended that person at all, like before the cutscene, you need to have at least met them. Like, I think some of the cutscenes, and I think it's Cake Contest, require you to have met Gina and Daya. Despite, like, the fact that you don't need to know that you, like... It may not be Cake Contest, I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure there's definitely one ending where you need to know who they are. You need to have met them in order to get the cutscene. It might be Cake Contest, actually. No, it's what I got in my notes for Cake Contest. To get the first cutscene, you have to give, I think it was 5 items to Katie, but you also have to have met Gina or Daya or both. Possibly not that then, because otherwise I would have got it today. How many herbs do I have? 1. Alright, so I'm kind of hoping there are consistently herbs outside the villa. Oh, there we go. No, wait, no, that's not the right split. What day is it today? Thursday. Now I need to find my notes for this one again. Available at 12, okay. Yeah, waiting for specific days is a bit irritating this game. I think the worst ones are probably... I don't know, actually, I think the majority of the time, I think in order, it goes worst is when it's waiting for a specific date. So in Cake Contest and Fishy Story, although it's like 10 times worse in Fishy Story than it is in Cake Contest. Because I haven't completed Fishy Story, but the whole idea is that you're supposed to catch the fish on the on a day of the full moon, which is the 14th, 15th, 29th, or 30th of a month, similar to Cake Contest, where you have to get the moon drop dew, which you do on the day of a full moon. But Cake Contest, it isn't so bad, because all it is just waiting. It's just waiting until a specific day, and then waiting until a time. The problem with that one is more optimizing it. Fishy Story is just the fishing in this game is just bizarre, and just a bit all over the place. But waiting for a time, I feel, is more annoying, because it's like now, the game's lagging, so I'm gonna have to find a spot. Like here is a great spot, because now it's just kind of going at the speed that it's intended to. But because of that, I have no idea, like, because a good cue for this bit, I guess, would be when Gina goes inside. But I can't really see that, because I'm trying to like decrease lag. Although that's the whole thing. This is kind of like shit emulator strat only. Like if I was doing this on console, even if I was just emulating it on my PC, I probably wouldn't have to do this. Right, I think I still have to wait till 12 though. I'll just check quickly. Yeah. Okay. Of course, Deer comes out at 12. Okay. The next cutscene happens on Monday, which is luckily only a few days away. I think it's Thursday today? Yeah. So I can live with that. Okay. I'm kind of glad it didn't rain today. Right, so besides the penultimate cutscene, I only have 2 cutscenes left. I said penultimate, I meant final cutscene. This next cutscene which I'm going to get, which should be... This is where it just throws something at me that I'm completely not expecting, and it just doesn't give me the cutscene. Good. Oh gosh, please don't go that slow. And that's a big reason as to why I'm really glad that I can skip cutscenes, because oh my gosh, did you see some of them? That would have been so painful to watch. Right, hopefully I don't have to give her any more items. So ideally, like perfect scenario is I go outside tomorrow and I get the dress cutscene where they show off Daya in the dress, in the goddess dress. And that's the penultimate cutscene. From then it's just wait a week, homeland saved, perfect. That's like perfect scenario for the rest of the run. Whether or not that will happen, no idea. Because in my notes I tried to keep like a specific amount of how many items it requires for each cutscene. And for this next section, my notes literally just say befriend Gina. So it means I haven't been bothered enough to count how many items. So I could have gone way over it, I could be way under it. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Okay. I'm apparently still under it. Wonderful. It's not at all wonderful, but I can't really do much else at this point. Yeah, at this point it would be kind of, I think, possibly a bad idea to go with Wednesdays and Saturdays again. Just because it's definitely like, it's like the final stretch of the run, so. I really don't want to not mess it up, but I don't want to push my luck with it. No herbs. Oh, that's irritating. It means I might actually have to skip Wednesday, which is usually a quick day, but because I don't have any herbs. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna skip it. That's not even the worst place, it's laggy. Like, the worst place is basically like that section over there. It's like, is Walnut Forest and Maple Lake are like the 2 worst places for lag. Like, I think Prairie Forest is just bad just because of like shape. Yeah, where Joe and Kurt work. The place with the carpenter's hut. The place with the carpenter's hut is Walnut Forest, and then obviously the lake is the lake. But those two places are the worst, just because that's where people like. There's usually more people. Like, the more people there are in an area, the more laggy it becomes. Like, it's not as bad today, this area. But if I were to come on a Monday or a Tuesday when either Kurt or Katie would also be here, then it's 10 times worse. And also, no herbs. I honestly have no idea what Gina thinks of mushrooms, so this could be a massive fuck up on my behalf, but fuck it. She's not a big fan. What day is it today? It's Thursday. Today wouldn't be a terrible day to go to Walnut Forest because it's Kurt and Joe's day off, so it wouldn't be as laggy. So hopefully there might be a few herbs there. I just find it amusing because it's like this whole thing of if you could like, if it was maybe not this laggy, but if there was definitely like, you know, noticeable enough lag on like console or something, like if it was bad as like Wonderful Life Special Edition or something like that, then doing like these like strats that save you from lag would sound really interesting, really cool, but it's just I'm just doing all of these purely because my laptop can't emulate this too brilliantly. And I find that mildly amusing yet mildly infuriating at the same time. I feel like it possibly gives people watching this like the wrong impression of the game. It's like, oh wow, he's doing all these things to try and combat lag. There must be a lot of lag in this game. It's like, nope, there's a lot of lag on this emulator. I don't even know if it's just an emulator problem, but the thing I noticed, Sony and like PlayStation things seem to be emulated not generally as well as like Nintendo things. I think that's always a common thing, that like Nintendo emulators are so much like better developed and designed. Like they definitely have a more friendly interface. Like one of the big reasons why I've been looking into running the PSP version of Harvest Moon Back to Nature instead of the original PlayStation version, it's just because the PSP version is so much easier to emulate because of how like bizarre the only good PlayStation 1 emulator is. Wonderful Life, yeah. Wonderful Life just depends on the settings, because I don't know if I were to run it on my laptop how fine it would be, but I've definitely been able. I think my biggest problem I've ever had with emulating Wonderful Life, is more so with controller issues. Because I've had it where like my character will just not run at max speed unless I'm like moving slightly to the left or like slightly to the right. But the PSP emulator, yeah, I think it's PPSSPP, the one I'm using for Boy and Girl, is really good. Like, because it's like some of these like PCSX2 just misses out functions which are like should feel obvious, like being able to save states besides just like the minimum 9. Like that's the kind of like something like that is what like a SNES emulator forgets to have. I don't think you should forget to have that on like your PS2 emulator. Or I can't remember what the PS1 emulator I use is. Hang on. No, I don't have it on my start menu anymore. But one of my big problems with the PS1 emulator was you just like there was no good way to change settings without closing down the entire emulator and reopening it. Like you weren't able to edit them whilst a ROM was open, which yeah, sometimes I can see that being like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sometimes not so much. But then it's like, no, even if you like close down the ROM, even if you close down the actual game window and everything, you still could, like, you still weren't able to edit any of your settings. So if it was just something like you wanted to change audio, like audio volume or something like that, you could not do that. It's awful. But I guess it's also just a good thing that I'm looking into PSP Back to Nature, because it's easier to get a hold of than PlayStation 1 Back to Nature. I don't think that's the one I used. I think I can't remember its official name, but it was something similar to PCSX, but it had an E at the beginning. I remember that much, because it was the only one that I could get working with, just in general, I think. I've probably seriously not got the cutscene yet. This isn't looking too brilliant for me, but I don't know. I hope I don't need to like talk to Diam or anything. That would be really dumb. I also hope giving Gina that mushroom didn't mess things up. Yeah, I think the biggest problem I find with emulators usually is compensating for the GameCube controller, because that's like the only controller I actually own that I can connect to a computer because of like a USB I guess port. It's gonna be rainy season now. Yeah. Whoops. But it'll always be things like I don't know, this has been more of a problem with like PlayStation emulators and stuff, because PlayStation controllers allow you to click in the analog stick, whereas you can't do that on GameCube. And then also the fact that they usually have like an L1 and R1. So it's a kind of good thing that I don't have to, that I'm not going to do any runs of Treasure Hunt, because that requires whistling your dog, which is on one of the two buttons. It's on like L2 or R2 or something, and I literally have that bound to A and D on my keyboard. I've got no more herbs. I lose costs the time by spending more time in this laggy area just to pick up that herb, because after the mushroom I kind of don't want to experiment with the walnut. I don't want to see if the walnut, like, I'm going to save the walnut as like a last resort. Come on, cutscene, please. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm missing something at this point. But I genuinely have no idea what it would be, because my notes literally just say befriend Gina for this specific cutscene. It's one of those difficult things, because I imagine guides would tell you things like befriend Daya and befriend Katie or something, because they appear in the cutscene too. But if I don't even have it like on there as question marks on my notes, then that should be it for a reason. That should be because I checked that I don't have to befriend them as well. Alright, really hoping on this next cutscene soon. Because, yeah, it's coming up to almost winter. And I was saying earlier, winter is a bit like a warning sign. Winter's like, things are going bad if you get to winter. But I think at this point it's a little bit obvious things could be going a lot better. It's irritating because this is literally like the last bit. This is like the last bit that I actually have to put effort into. After this cutscene, it's wait a week and then end. So trust this game to give me problems on the penultimate cutscene and the last cutscene where I actually have to do something. I don't think so. I don't know, it's really hard to say. Because I'm assuming by you saying that you probably like read a guide that says you need to be friends with Daya, but I'm really skeptic of guides for Save the Homeland, like, because there's like one or two guides out there and some of them just are just incorrect, to say the least. But it shouldn't be Goddess Lake, because I've already done that one. There definitely shouldn't be another cutscene in Goddess Lake, but at this point... What day did I see? Thursday. The forest will be quick. but the lake will be a bit painful. I need to pick up herbs anyway, so I may as well. I'm just gonna pick up some more walnuts because I don't think walnuts grow in winter, so I may as well stock up on something. Oh, the lag is so bad in this area. Yeah, like I know what Fogu says. I kind of read it. I've read it multiple times, and it's difficult. Fogu, like I will go out and say it, a lot of the time, Fogu is a really good resource for Harvest Moon games. Like genuinely, it's probably one of the best websites out there for it. But there are just some games which is just absolutely atrocious with, like, and this is one of them. Like, some of the things it says are just wrong. And it's irritating because I can't think of any examples, but there are definitely times when it says wait a few days, and it's not, or when it will say befriend such and such, and it's wait. So I don't know, because I definitely don't want to put down the whole idea of befriending Dyer, but I just find it really weird that if it was that, I wouldn't have it in my notes at all. Like I think I'd at least have it as, like, on there as, like, a question mark, as, like, you know, saying, test this type thing, but I don't know. Because it's irritating, because this is the kind of point where, like, Dyer is one of the most irritating characters to befriend. So if it is that, that's really irritating. But that's the thing, because kind of technically Katie counts as a main character in this ending, but you only have to give her 3 items throughout the whole thing, and that's like literally for the second cutscene. I don't know, I feel like I'm sounding a bit stubborn on this whole thing, but I guess at this point I may as well give it a go, like, try it. I don't think I'm going to try befriending Katie because she's just really out of the way, and like, Dyer I can kind of possibly believe, but Katie no. Like, I'm almost certain it's not her. I think I can kind of tell when it says Wednesday or Saturday just because of how awfully laggy the supermarket area is. Alright, we're about to go into winter. Brace yourselves for possibly a failed ending. I'll be really irritated with myself if this happens, but... I think at this point I may not even be surprised. Yeah, they just had, there's a bunch of fog in winter. Although to be fair, it can't, like, I'd be lying if I say it doesn't, it, I guess, doesn't work. According to my dashboard stats, I'm offline. Oh, no. Right, I'm back now. Right, so if it's anything, if it is befriending Dyer, then it'll be possibly the first time she says something other than, will this make me sick, once I give her an item. Because no matter what you give her, like you can give her favourite item, blueberries, or I don't know whether it happens if you give her something she hates, but I don't really see the need to test that, but up until like you give her possibly like 5 of them or something, she will just only respond to it with, oh, will this make me sick? Are you trying to poison me? She doesn't say that last bit, but she may as well. It's what she's thinking. So if it is, so if I am supposed to befriend Dyer for this, then it'll be, she'll say something, she'll stop saying, will this not make me feel ill? And then I'll get the cutscene. Or, it'll be like, the last item that I give for her to say that. Actually, I'm going to see what if Katie has anything to say. Yeah, it's a magical colour. Which one helps me? This one helps me with the S and one's bad endings. I guess technically I was going to save the home. It's technically Hero of Lee Valley, but that's just kind of a port of this one. No, 64 and Back to Nature I think also have bad endings. Because 64 is similar to original Harvest Moon, where you have the where you have a bad evaluation, and Back to Nature after 3 years, if you don't get along with everyone, if you don't have a good enough rating with everyone in the town, they kick you out, I think. I don't know, I've never seen the actual endings, but I'm pretty sure that's what happens. I'll think of any one of the ones. I don't think any of the console ones post Back to Nature do. Actually, I guess post Save the Homeland, but Yeah, Harvest Moon DS ones, they're pretty good. Having your dog maul Thomas, or poisoning the town is pretty cool. Oh, actually, I guess technically Wonderful Life Special Edition has a bad ending, because at the beginning, Takakura says, oh, so are you sure you definitely want to take on this task? And you could, and for whatever reason, in Special Edition, they added the option to say no. Like, there wasn't even like an option box or anything in the original version. But they just added it in. They just added you just the choice to say yes or no in Special Edition. If you say no, it just goes, oh okay, and just goes home and watches TV, and it's like, and that's the end of the game. It's so dumb. Actually, I wonder what happens if... Because at the beginning, you get... They ask you if you'll accept the request during the intro. I wonder what happens if you say no. Although actually, that's just remind me. It's funny, because in Tree of Tranquility and Animal Parade, they kind of, like, reversed that whole thing. Because they give you so many, like, pointless options. Like moments where they get you to choose things where all the options are the same. So it'll be like, do you accept the request, like the request to revive the goddess, and it'll be like, yeah, sure, of course, and it's like, oh wow, too many choices. Nope. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen, honestly. I don't know how much more I could do at this point. Like, I don't know, how far into winter? I mean, I'm not that far into winter, but it's now also the point that, like, I'm limited on quite a few items. So, I don't know, I think if it doesn't happen, like, I'm just gonna go until, like, the game fails me, basically, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this run. Right, what do you think of walnuts? Oh, she's not too fond of walnuts. Shit. That's not very good, because that's all I've got. I don't know if I've seen any herbs growing this winter. I haven't really been paying attention. Hey Disco Dom, how's it going? I am actually planning on revisiting Wonderful Life soonish. To kind of go off on a small little ramble. So, for any viewers who aren't aware, I'm doing a Year of Harvest Moon speedrunning, which, if you want to find more detailed explanation, type in chat !HM 2017. Short explanation that I'm going to do is I'm trying to speedrun a different game a month, and originally there were games in May and June, but because of me basically going, oops, I can't run these games because they're terrible and don't let me run them, they've turned into months where I'm basically just going to catch up on old runs and possibly do some routing streams. And one of my plans was to revisit Wonderful Life, because Wonderful Life was like the first Harvest, well, not even like the first, was the first Harvest Moon game that I speedrun, and it was like the first speedrun game that I really got into. Like, I mean, there were definitely, like, I had other games at the time that I did speedrun quite a bit, but I don't know, I didn't really feel like I was getting anywhere like, and I've run out of cranberries, nice. I didn't really feel like I was doing as much, like, enjoying them as much as I was Harvest Moon. But then it just can't turn into like, they kind of hit like a cap where I kind of looked at my Harvest Moon, I looked at my Wonderful Life times, and I'm like, I'm really happy with my Muffy and Celia times. Like, those are both really good times, and Nami is a shit category. So I had a terrible Nami time, I still do, and since then someone's beaten it, which I'm completely fine with because Nami sucks. And I don't even care enough to go back and get world record. But I just find it interesting that it's been so long since I've streamed Wonderful Life that there are probably people who follow me who've never even watched me do like a Wonderful Life stream, and that kind of thought it makes me go, that's quite interesting, I think. So I'm definitely planning on doing Wonderful Life again at some point. I'll just say now though, it definitely won't be like world record attempts, because yeah, my Nami and my Muffy and Celia times are really optimized. Like, they are both really good times, I think. And I think the only way to beat my Muffy and Celia times is Muffy would be to get I guess technically it's a 2 cycle, but to get a 2 cycle on NTSC, and Celia would be to get, Celia would either be get, what's it called, would be get second cutscene without backup, so to get second cutscene first try, and a 12 day, or possibly to get a 12 day on NTSC. But even then, it's like, I'm pretty sure 12 day is like more difficult on NTSC because of the clock speed difference. And I don't even know if like the current Nami world record, how good it is. I just know it's better than my old one, which was terrible, so. But unfortunately, Nami's such a boring category. Like, people would have to ask for me to go back to Nami, for me to actually go back to Nami, because of how poor of a category it is. Then I'm planning on revisiting some other things as well. Like, I want to stream Magical Melody again in the next few months, because that's something I haven't done in a long time, and I'm still not 100% happy with my time in that. Like, it's a good time, but I know I can get it a lot lower with better luck and better execution. And plus I'm also just going to be revisiting categories that I've been doing this year. So next few months I might do a few more Super Nintendo best ending runs. I may do a little bit of Lost Valley. I think that Lost Valley and Save the Homeland are possibly pretty unlikely. I don't know, Save the Homeland, I might do some of the shorter categories just to get times without lag. But I don't know. We'll have to see how I'm feeling on them. So yeah, I just casually got the penultimate cutscene. I can't explain why, it just kinda happened. I don't actually know if it's been a week. Okay. I managed to finish the run though, yay, thank fuck. If I was able to tell you why I managed to get the cutscene, then yeah, that would be very nice, but I honestly can't, because this game is fucking... Oh, highest praises. This game has 10 out of 10 translation. But no, I genuinely don't know why. Like, why it just was then that I was able to get it. That was so dumb. Right, so now we just gotta stumble through this final cutscene. Okay, almost split there, but no. Yeah, the text boxes are quite long. It definitely doesn't help that like the two cutscenes that you have to watch are really laggy. 1:46:53. I'd like to say whether or not that could go down, but I genuinely don't know. Like, because that last cutscene just, I have no idea what triggered that penultimate cutscene. I genuinely have no clue. Like, I don't know whether it was me giving item. I don't know. I don't know, because I can't remember whether I gave Dyer anything like the day before I activated the cutscene, or whether it was just Gina. Because if it was just Gina, then it would have been apparently just giving item. I just have to give Gina loads of items for fucking ages. In which case probably the longest thing would have been, the thing that would have made it longer was giving her occasional items like mushrooms and walnuts, which I don't think she disliked either of them, but I think they were just neutral. If it was something like deer, then yeah, that could be sped up by quite a substantial amount. Even then,